On the wide, clear path beneath the bamboo shadows by the serene lake, Gu Changji curiously asked Lin Chuhan, "Oh, younger brother, a useless person? Why do you say that about him?" Lin Chuhan shyly replied, "This is all recognized by everyone. He originally has no talent for cultivation and doesn't come from a good background. Although I can understand him, ultimately, there is no other way." Gu Chang sighed. He really is a pitiful child, but having a sister who is both beautiful and caring, protecting him, he's quite lucky. Lin Chuhan waved his hands to explain, No, actually, Xiao Tian is very sensible and has recently started to focus seriously on cultivation." Gu Change, with a deep and unreadable expression, said, "Oh, only recently started focusing on cultivation?" But inwardly he wondered, has the personality of this useless youth changed overnight because a strong cultivator took over his body, or has he been reincarnated? Lin Chuhan replied, "That's right. The cultivation level that was previously stagnant has now broken through. Also, he has shown a very strong talent in alchemy and formations. She even once pointed out a mistake made by the elder." Gu Changji nodded in agreement. "If he can change, it means your advice was effective. He knows he has understood the feelings of a sister like you. Although you were strict with him before, you truly wanted the best for him, didn't you?" Lin Chuhan was full of thoughts, wondering if the young master was comforting me. Unexpectedly, the young master understood me so well. Normally, even Xiao Tian did not understand me. I even thought I was too harsh with him. Elder Ko said that little brother Lin Tian could change his appearance, which was naturally a good thing. Perhaps he was previously a bright gem covered by dust, because after just a few short days, he already pointed out the mistakes of this gifted elder. Lin Chuhan helplessly said, "How could Xiao Tian be a precious jade? Moreover, his talent before couldn't even break through the Linghai realm." Elder Ko was unpredictable and said that he couldn't break through the Linghai realm either. So how did he refine pills? Could it be that the Lam family has some lost ancient technique passed down to him? This shocked Lin Chuhan. After successfully reasoning, Elder Ko thought, haha, it seems Lin Chuhan has suspicions about Lin Tian's transformation. Gaining a bit of Qi Yun Jizi made it simpler than expected. The notification displayed the rules of Qi Yun Jizi. Returning without Qi Yun points, Iron Qi Yun Jizi is 0, can receive an extraordinary heavenly Dao reward. This left Elder Ko speechless, and he asked about the heavenly Dao reward. Somewhat interesting. Ye Chen is a temporary treasure trial of mine that I still can't touch. It seems I have to conduct a harvest from Lin Tian's place first. Scene shifts to a cool and breezy night. In front of Elder Ko's room, two beauties met each other. Lin Chuhan said that young master. Lin Chuhan personally made a little Ling ointment, thinking that the young master might get hungry at midnight and could eat to ease it. The saintess replied that Miss Lam was kind, and in the evening she even personally brought food. Ching thanked Miss Lam on behalf of the young master first. Lin Chuhan seemed disappointed and also bowed his head, saying, "Then I will trouble the saintess Chingge, and I won't disturb the young master any further to rest." The saintess had some thoughts in her heart. It was the first time they met. Yet Miss Lam was already longing for the young master. Immediately after, Gu Change approached the saintess and said, "Are you jealous already?" This made the saintess stunned. She thought for a moment, then stepped aside, bowed her head, and replied, "The young master is too deep in thought. Qing hardly knows what the young master likes. Whether jealous or not is not important." Then she went into the room and said, "If the young master has such intentions, just keep Miss Lam by his side." Gu Change laughed and replied, "Since when did this girl become so outspoken?" Then he turned and went into the room. Lin Chuhan was walking home alone when she heard Lin Tian calling. She suspiciously asked, "Little Tian, what are you doing here?" Lin Tian asked back, "At this late hour, where are you going? Could it be to meet young Master Ko?" These words made Lin Chuhan unhappy. She asked back, "My matters are none of your concern. Focus on your own cultivation." Lin Tian turned around, tightly grasped Lin Chuhan's hand, and softly scolded, "That Ko fellow is not a good person. Don't be fooled by his appearance." Lin Chuhan jerked her hand away and said, What nonsense are you talking about, young master? Modest and courteous, Onunu is nothing like a bad person. As for your younger brother, only when he is as skilled as a fraction of you will I feel at ease. Lin Tian, with an angry expression, said, Why are you so foolish? Can't you see it? Lin Chuhan frowned and scolded. Lately, your younger brother has been acting strange. Even if the young master is not a good person, given his status, what schemes could he possibly have against me? You should reflect on yourself. Then she turned and walked straight ahead. In her mind, Lin Chuhan thought, this young man Lin Tian is getting stronger in cultivation, but his temperament is becoming increasingly arrogant. Just now, I forgot to ask how he managed to refine the pill. Previously, he couldn't do it even if he wanted to. Now, after several days without seeing a trace of him, could it be that a master has been guiding him? Or is it? This thought made Lin Chuhan startle. She turned back, but Lin Qian was no longer in sight. Suddenly, a notification appeared on the toolbar. Lin Chuhan had suspected Lin Tian's change in personality. Lin Tian's Qi luck points decreased by 50, and the destiny value of the Speedmaster increased by 250 points. Gu Change clasped his hands and thought, Indeed, things have developed as I planned. Surely Lin Tian won't be able to hold back much longer and will want to make a move against me. Lin Tian, alone in the forest, muttered to himself. He had originally planned to wait for the right moment to approach the woman named Su Qing before dealing with you, but that Ko from your family keeps interfering in my and Lin Chuhan's affairs. With such a stubborn body, that has troubled my spirit. If you are eager to die, I will grant you that wish. A protective talisman circle appeared on the ground. Lin Tian, with a smug expression, said he used the 99 soul-confusing incense, soaked in the essence of 8 poisonous creatures, combined with the bones of 3 ferocious beasts, along with 15 years of his own longevity, borrowing the great power of heaven and earth, to take life and annihilate the true soul, summoning the outer abyssal demon spell. A terrifying formation clearly appeared on the ground, and many demons and evil spirits emerged, writhing and screaming, and a red column of light shot straight up into the sky and then headed towards the central plains. Lin Tian, exhausted, sat leaning against a tree, and said that now, using the spell at this level is indeed still too forced, but with the addition of 15 years of my longevity, even if Gu Change is lucky enough to survive with 1 life, he will surely meet a tragic end. Lin Tian's expression turned fierce. Daring to compete for the possessions of the 6th heavenly god king, this will be your fate. In the dark night, a red beam of light streaked swiftly across the sky, with a power like 1,000 bulls charging in one direction. Gu Change was in his room, secluded in cultivation, waiting while thinking silently that just as he predicted, this familiar aura of the abyssal demon spell is indeed the outer abyssal demon spell. Gu Change opened his eyes with a disdainful purple glow and said, With your current cultivation, how much power can you really exert? At the same time, a beam of light also rose from the late elder brother's room to the sky, that power condensing into the shape of a giant 6-pack muscular figure. The late elder brother sneered, performing a demonic technique right before my eyes, waving an axe past the craftsman's eyes. A swirl of red light rushed forward at a dizzying speed, the giant 6-pack muscular figure preparing to reach out and catch it. In an instant, the giant had firmly grasped the core of the formation, gently but tightly holding it, causing the power stream like a bull to shatter. At the same time, Lin Tian was also hit by the backlash. The red power was shattered and spread outward, leaving everyone stunned in the night. The elder Ming and the head of the Lam family were stunned. Everyone in the capital was also shocked and surprised. This stream of energy was emanating from the Lam family, and everyone wondered if it was the ancestors of the Lam family. In a thatched house in the forest, Lin Tian lay sprawled on the ground, continuously vomiting blood, dying. Struck by the backlash, the purple giant disappeared and reappeared in the late elder brother's bed. The late elder brother happily absorbed the demonic talismans, thinking, Unexpectedly, these talismans help strengthen my primordial spirit, and even added a thread of life force. On the notification bar appeared, Lin Tian's life force sharply decreased by 150 points. The host's energy increased by 750 points. The late elder brother's destiny was enhanced. Smiling proudly, he said, "I haven't even done anything yet, and you have already brought such a great gift to my door. That is no different from ruining oneself. Chi Yun's son is really good at pushing himself to the brink of death." The old servant outside the room reported that the old servant guarding the master was not careful, and asked the young master to punish him. When Gu Change opened the door, he saw a crowd kneeling in front of the yard and asked foolishly, "What are you all doing?" Everyone said, "We, the lowly managers, were not strict. Please forgive us, young master." The saintess also ran over and asked the young master, "Are you all right?" Gu Cheng replied, "I'm fine. How could such a spell hurt me? But I want to know who could use such a trick down in the mortal world." The old servant anxiously replied, "If this spell is broken, the one who cast it will surely suffer backlash." The master of the Lamb family reported, Yes. I will mobilize the entire force to investigate, and will definitely find the culprit to give the young master an explanation." Then everyone quickly took their leave. Gu Cheng replied sinisterly, "Think about it. Lin Tian, you are now no better than an ordinary person." In the thatched house in the forest, Lin Chuhan knocked anxiously, and said, "Little Thean, come out quickly. Something big happened tonight. The master has summoned everyone to discuss it." Lin Tian was still in his room, coughing up blood continuously, panicked and thinking, "What should I do now? My original essence is damaged, even walking is unsteady. If others find out in this state, everyone will know I have made a move against that co-fellow. Could it be that the mighty Luke Thien Then Vuong like me would fail here like this?" Outside, Lin Chuhan impatiently urged Tu Thien to quickly open the door, but when he didn't respond, I went in. Lin Tian frowned tightly in the room, thinking it through. "That's right. I can fake death. Lin Tian's body had already been taken over by me before. As long as the heart meridian is severed, naturally he won't survive. The disciples under the God King won't be able to detect it. As long as I get through this period, I will use the Divine Soul secret technique to revive. By then, I can escape without the gods knowing, or the demons being aware." Then his eyes glowed fiercely as he looked at his hand and thought, "Gu Cheng, we will settle this debt later." He thrust his hand straight through the heart. The pain caused Luke to vomit blood from his 6 orifices. At the same time, Lin Chuhan opened the door and was shocked to see this scene, shouting, "Lin Tian!" In the main hall, Elder Ming bowed his head low and said, "Young master, this old servant failed to supervise properly. Please punish me." Gu Cheng sat above and asked, "Have you found the person yet?" Elder Ming replied to Koi, "Young master, we have found him, but..." Everyone fell silent. Gu Cheng asked again, "Oh? How so?" The master of the Lamb family answered, "He is a child named Lin Tian from our clan. Usually, he was just a junior nobody paid attention to. But when we discovered, his heart meridian was damaged. He fell into a pool of blood and died." Gu Cheng's face grew cold. "Dead already?" The master of the Lamb family bowed his head and replied, "The lowly prison warden was not strict. We asked the great lord to punish him." All members of the Lamb family bowed their heads and answered in unison, "Lin Tian harmed the young master. Indeed, this is a disgrace to the entire clan. We ask the great lord to punish him." Elder Gu Cheng responded, thinking to himself, whether good or bad, he is a child of destiny. If he hasn't killed the enemy, then fearing the crime of suicide is just being useless. Even the system hasn't issued any warnings. The fact that this Lin Tian's name still appears on the progress bar definitely means he is still alive. The list of destined children also shows Diep than Lin Tian. Gu Cheng's expression became serious. Could it be that he faked his death? But relying on a wounded remnant soul that can't even resist a light breeze after leaving the body then? The master of the Lamb family looked up with a worried expression. Another person bowed and said, "This despicable Lin Tian, if things succeed, there will be no failure. Just spare his worthless life, no need for more. If the great lord punishes him, then the ones who bear the blame will be all of us in the Lamb family." Lin Chuhan thought, originally believing that Tu Thien had changed, so why would he do such evil things that the entire clan cannot forgive? The master of the Lam family thought, Lin Tian, do you want to destroy our entire Lam family? The soul inside the saintess's body felt it. This is the taste of power. Clearly, Gu Changyi hasn't done anything yet, but every member of the Lam family is filled with confusion and fear. The cries of Lin Tian's resentment have already spread everywhere. On the notification bar appeared a display that Lin Tian was completely expelled by the clan, losing 100 points of Qi luck, and the host's destiny points increased by 500 points. Gu Changyi was stunned. Oh, just one move from Lin Tian gave me so many destiny points. But that's good, now his remaining value isn't much. He is probably finally bound to Lin Chuhan. Old Min said he hoped the young master would punish this servant. Lin Tian, being a descendant of this servant, committed such disrespectful acts. This servant truly has no face to face the young master. Gu Changyi waved his hand, saying this matter is indeed a bit strange. Regarding Lin Tian, I heard Lin Chuhan mention it a little, so I think a talented young man wouldn't do something that kills. For a long time now, the use of secret techniques to seize a person's soul and control another's body has been seen often, and is no longer novel, Yi continued. Although this matter originated from Lin Tian, I think it probably has nothing to do with the Lam family. Young master, you surely know how to distinguish right from wrong. Out of respect for old men who has followed me for a long time, let's just drop this matter. All the Lam family members joyfully and eagerly responded with thanks to the generous sir. Truly a person who understands feelings and reason, comprehends righteousness. Old Min also happily clasped his hands and thanked the young master. I will definitely investigate this matter thoroughly to provide the young master with an explanation. Elder Ko stood up and said, if that's the case, then you all may withdraw. Lin Tian's body will not be cremated by fire for now. Everyone respectfully replied, yes sir. In his mind, Elder Ko thought, after all, I haven't completely cut off this green onion yet. I still have to wait for him to revive. As everyone was preparing to leave, Elder Ko called back Lin Chuhan, the young lady nearby, and said, if you have free time in the next few days, why don't you take me for a walk in the inner city? Lin Chuhan quickly bowed her head low and said, all right. If the young master wishes, Lin Chuhan will definitely not refuse. In his mind, Elder Ko thought, previously, the system suggested that those related to the Qi luck offspring, and simultaneously making others obedient, would earn destiny points. With Qi luck points over 200, it should not be difficult to use some tricks to make Lin Chuhan admire me. Elder Ko, expressionless, glared at the saintess, wondering if she was like Su Qing, while secretly increasing his own Qi luck. Then, would that also increase my Qi luck? Or is this precisely the trait that only she possesses? No matter what, I must keep Lin Chuhan by my side. After some time, 3 days later, many ships, spirit beasts, carriages and swordsmen flying with swords appeared in the sky above Trungchao City. Below, there was a buzz about recent events. What is happening? Why have the forces of the 8 regions descended upon Central Plains? Have you heard the news? The ancestor of the Lam family has returned, bringing with him a mysterious great immortal said to be from the immortal sect of the upper realm. Any force with some connection to him will surely experience a transformation like a carp turning into a dragon. Looking down at the 8 regions, even the Young People's Taoist Debate Conference in Central Plains has been relocated to the ancient city of Sungyu of the Lam family. That's right. It is said that many hidden divine clans from the ancient divine mountains have appeared after a long time. It seems they are all here to see that great immortal. In a magnificent small tower, a voice sounded. Long time no see. Cultivation of brother Kim Duong. Indeed, it is profound. Many people called Kim Duong responded, not at all. I heard that brother Tang Thien recently mastered a treasure technique and divine powers. The young man clasped his hands in gratitude, saying it was just luck and not comparable to the elder brothers. Brother Kim Duong said he recently engaged in a 100-move duel with a talent from the eastern wilderness. And though no victor was decided, they ultimately became sworn brothers despite being from different clans. Dai Trang confidently and arrogantly said, that's right. Let me tell you, the talent of that little brother is the kind you rarely see in 1,000 years. At the holy temple of Kim Duong, he used his cultivation at the divine power level of the central realm to spar with me for hundreds of moves without stopping. He even forced me to use my great sun true body to barely suppress him. Another man was gossiping that there are such extraordinary people in the world. Kim Duong said, "Ah, this little brother of mine has a calm temperament and an extraordinary talent. At first glance, you can tell he is someone destined for great achievements." He continued with a tone of regret. "Unfortunately, he has offended a powerful figure and is helpless. So he had no choice but to leave his hometown and come to Central Continent." The man asked again, "Are you talking about the person who has been widely rumored? I heard that a toad tried to eat a swan but failed, which caused jealousy against some great person." Kim Duong angrily slammed the table. "That clearly was a woman who wanted to climb up to become a phoenix, so she betrayed my little brother and spread false rumors everywhere." Another woman worriedly said, "Oh no, it can't be." The woman beside her replied, "It's very likely. Brother Kim Duong is straightforward and generous. He wouldn't lie." The first man said, "I don't know who the person Brother Kim Duong mentioned is. Could you introduce us sometime?" The woman beside him responded, "That's right." Kim Duong hesitated. "This matter." Suddenly, a woman announced to everyone, "Look, that is." Unexpectedly, she was personally received by the elder of the great energy realm of the Lam family. That was the heavenly beauty of the Lam family, Lin Chuhan, who is said to be young but already an elder of the Tao Extreme Library. In addition, the woman wearing a blue robe with an extraordinary aura seemed to be Tai Huyen, the holy woman of the Eastern Wilderness Sanctuary. The first man exclaimed in shock, "If that's the case, then the man in white must be that person, right?" All eyes turned toward the three people. A trio in the gathering said they never expected to meet, because that great person was here. "This truly is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. We must pay our respects." Kim Dung frowned, thinking it was unfortunate to have met here already. At the top of the tower, the three looked at the scenery. The saintess was surprised. Oagu Change said that the high vantage point from the dome below, only I can encompass all 9 heavens. The person who cultivates this tower is also the master who knows how to enjoy life. Lin Chuhan repeated, "Only I can encompass all 9 heavens." She asked again, "Young master, what exactly is cultivation?" Gu Changyi replied, "What is called cultivation is nothing but the struggle within heaven and earth. Consider your body as a raft drifting through the vast mortal world like an ocean with crashing waves." His thoughts were by the saintess's side, saying, "Consider your body as a raft drifting through the vast mortal world like an ocean." Lin Chuhan happily responded to the young master's explanation, saying it was truly different from ordinary people and extremely profound. Just 2 sentences sounded like a soothing melody in her ears. Thinking about cultivation and the world of the higher realm must be so mysterious that Chuhan found it hard to rejoice. Kaitranka turned and asked if they wanted to go. This caused Chuhan and Tochinge to be stunned. Chuhan quietly replied, "I dare not. I know Lin Tian did something unforgivable to the young master. I blame myself because clearly that day the young master had warned me." Gu Changke clasped his hands behind his back and said that there was no need to blame yourself. "That day, I just spoke casually and didn't expect things to develop like this." Yi continued, "If Miss Lam feels guilty, I have a task I can assign to you." Lin Chuhan anxiously said, "Please go ahead, young master." Gu Changke calmly replied, "I hope you pay some attention to the body of the younger brother. Judging from his expression, it's probably not just that his soul is being controlled by someone else. I'm afraid his body has also been taken over by some mysterious existence." He spoke in a serious tone. "After all, there are quite a few secret techniques in this world. Later, dying and coming back to life is not impossible." Lin Chuhan worriedly asked, "Is this secret technique of dying and coming back to life really real?" When I discovered Lin Tian, his heart vein was clearly severely damaged and there was no chance of survival. In her heart, she also worried, thinking, if what the young master says is true, could Lin Tian be feigning death? Gu Change gently replied, "I'm only guessing. Miss Lam just needs to pay a little attention." In his heart, Gu Change silently thought that if Lin Chuhan personally witnessed Lin Tian dying and coming back to life, then any connection between her and Lin Tian would end. When he is completely bound, Lin Tian's luck will only last a few more days. His face also became fierce. There was no need to keep him any longer. While the three were admiring the scenery, a senior elder approached, clasped his hands, and said, "Greetings, sir." Several young disciples from various places across the 8 regions wish to pay their respects to you. Gu Change replied, "Oh, since they have arrived, let them come up here." As the three sat peacefully above, a group of people arrived to pay their respects, led by So Huyen. So Huyen clasped his hands and said, "Greetings, young master. We pay our respects to you, sir." Gu Changge, standing on the high platform, responded, "No need for such formalities." A man quickly said, "I pay respects to the moon saint, the nightshade. We have long heard of your greatness, and meeting you today, you truly are extraordinary and transcendent as rumored." Another added, "Young master, to be able to come to Hanjia and visit the central land is a great honor for us." In his heart, Lin Chuhan thought, that usual bunch from Thian Q, or Huihan, always boasting and bragging, actually have a flattering side like this? Even the revered saintess from the highest powers has to shed her identity to flatter the young master. Bowing and yielding like this might still not move his heart. She looked again toward Gu Change and thought, speaking of which, the young master's attitude toward them is completely different from how he treats me. In Lin Chuhan's heart, she dreamed of the exchanges between the two, thinking, he carries the weight of a great power, with an extraordinary demeanor. Yet he can be so tolerant and understanding of me, gentle and kind. Young Master Ko is truly very good to me. On the toolbar appeared the line, Event Initiation Chi Operation Subjugation Forest Autumn Cold succeeded. The host's Chi fortune points increased by 200. Destiny value increased by 1,000 points. Gu Change happily thought, as expected, it did not disappoint me. In front of Gu Change appeared information. Host Gu Change. Identity as a true disciple of the Taoist Immortal Heavenly Palace. Bloodline contains demonic heart and Dao marrow. Cultivation at Fenghu Realm. Mid-stage Gongfa. Divine power of the Great Heavenly Immortal Scripture. 7th level. Myriad transformations of demonic body. Innate divine thoughts of immortal demon technique. Destiny value 2600. Chi fortune value 3500. The trading system has opened storage for talismans, abyss seeds, destruction of 1/3 of the world x1. Gu Change thought continuously. Both Lin Chuhan and I have increased our Chi fortune points by more than 300 already. My current cultivation in the lower realm is already at the peak, but this destiny value can be kept as a precaution against uncertainties. Lin Chuhan might be nurtured because previously she gave me some pastries, showing a bit of goodwill. Then on the toolbar appeared the line, Accessory Item, Primary Dan Art Guide Destiny Value 100. Gu Change thought to find an opportunity to gift her this Primary Dan Dao guidebook. How far she can develop later depends on her talent. On the toolbar, another notification appeared checking the relationship of the Qi Yunji Z. Initiate the mission according to the situation. The mission content is to suppress the meaning brother Qi Yunji Z. The mission reward is 500 destiny points. Punishment if failed, no surprises for Brother Ko. This is a random mission. Lin Tian has already been discarded. Is this mission initiated by Ye Chen? Brother Ko frowned and thought that as a Qi Yunji Z, being able to escape death in every corner of several major forces like Thian Kyo was reasonable. Since this is a random mission, it seems the target of this mission is among these people. Brother Ko called back So Huyen. So Huyen respectfully responded, "Young master, any orders?" Brother Ko said, "Is there any news of Ye Chen and Trung Chao?" So Huyen asked about Ye Chen, young master, regarding this matter. This made Su Qing, the saintess, look coldly at Brother Ko, meaning there was none, which caused So Huyen to worry and break out in sweat. The people below also wondered who Ye Chen was. Da Yu replied, judging by the demeanor of the great man, he seemed somewhat dissatisfied. This made Kim Duong worried. Da Yu thought and said, Ye Chen. Why does that name sound familiar? In the eastern wilderness, Tai Huyen Saint's son, suddenly looked toward Kim Duong and replied, "Great man, I heard that Kim Duong, Saint Son of Kalao Sanctuary, is acquainted with a hero from the eastern wilderness. I wonder if it is the Ye Chen you are looking for." Kim Duong, in a corner, was so worried that he broke out in sweat and silently thought, "This is not good. Bai Nugiet Saint Son is despicable." Elder Gu Change said coldly, "Oh no. I don't know which person named Kim Duong Saint Son is acquainted with, nor their name." Kim Duong stood among the crowd, everyone around murmuring and staring at him. His expression was truly very worried. Elder Gu Change said that Kim Duong Saint Son did not speak, indicating that the acquaintance was indeed the person they wanted to find. Kim Duong broke out in a cold sweat, clasped his hands and said, "Sir, I do not know the person you want to find." Before he could finish speaking, a wave of purple primordial spirit surged toward everyone. Even the wave of primordial spirit radiated outside the tavern. Elder Gu Change continuously emitted an imposing aura and said, "Answer me truthfully, yes or no." Everyone in the room was startled and shocked, thinking that they did not expect the strength of this young elder to be so terrifying. "Such an aura, even within my Saint Lord's power, has never been felt from the Royal Lord Da Yu. Inside, I am terribly worried. I must hurry to show myself. If Kim Duong becomes involved, won't I face disaster?" Kim Duong was scared, his legs trembling, and said, "Great Elder, I do indeed know a brother named Ye Chen." Elder Gu Change asked coldly, "Where is he now?" Kim Duong still kept silent and replied, "Sorry, Great Elder, I cannot reveal the whereabouts of brother Ye Chen." Da Yu turned back and shouted at Kim Duong, "Are you crazy?" Then he turned back to report to Elder Brother Ko, saying that this great man Kim Duong Teo must have been bewitched by that Ye Chen. Normally, he definitely wouldn't do such a foolish thing. Kim Duong shouted from behind, "Shut up. Ye Chen is a sworn brother, his character is very clear. Elder, is there some misunderstanding between you and my brother?" Elder Brother Ko slowly stood up, accompanied by an imposing aura, and replied, "I asked you if it is your honor. Is there a misunderstanding? What right do you have to question me?" At the same time, Kim Duong coughed up blood, unable to stand on his legs, and collapsed to the ground. Everyone quickly scattered in fear. Kim Duong's bodyguard quickly ran forward to shield him and said, "Holy Son, foolishly, unintentionally offending the elder, please forgive him, elders." Elder Brother Ko looked coldly and said a word. Elder Ming appeared in the air, stepped forward, and replied, "Yes, this old servant is here." Everyone was startled and amazed. This was the ancestor who ascended 30,000 years ago of the Lam family, unexpectedly referring to himself as this old servant in front of this great man. Elder Ko said, "After the day after tomorrow, I do not want to hear any news about the existence of the Ca Lao Holy Palace anymore." Elder Ming clasped his hands and bowed his head, saying, "This old servant understands," then disappeared. Kim Duong's bodyguard said, "Senior, wait." But before he could finish, his face showed shock and fear as he fell to the ground, thinking, "It's all over now." Then Lin Chuhan thought to herself that just a light word had decided the fate of an entire region. She and Su Qing thought he was so cold and aloof, like a god above holding everything in his hands. This is the true appearance of the young master. A notification appeared on the toolbar. Random mission completed, rank evaluation, perfect level, destiny value increased by 40 points, final reward is a destiny value reaching 700 points. At Ca Lao Sanctuary, everyone gathered outside the courtyard. An old man said, "Holy Lord, about this matter." The Holy Lord could not help but raise both hands and said, "Who exactly has Kalao Sanctuary offended to cause such a great disaster?" At the same time, fireballs appeared in the sky, along with a powerful hand that engulfed the entire Kalao Sanctuary. Scene shifts to another place. In a dilapidated house, a shout was heard, "Big brother Kim Duong." Ye Chen looked at the shattered token and cried. The master inside the magical artifact also said, "Sigh, in the end, things have developed in the direction I least want to face." Ye Chen gritted his teeth and said, "I will definitely kill Gu Change, definitely." The master appeared from within the magical treasure and gently called, "Little Tran." Ye Chen bowed his head and replied, Master, if you are advising me to let go of the grudges with Gu Change, then there is no need. The ancient secret realm of Tian Vian is about to activate. I must obtain the inheritance of the owner of that secret realm and the demon energy that has long been sealed. In another courtyard full of bamboo shadows, there was the voice of elder brother Gu Change. Since returning from extracting the essence of the stars, Miss Chuhan no longer spoke much. Elder brother C pretended to pat her head and said, Did I scare you, Miss Lin Chuhan? She shyly replied, A little. Chuhan had never seen that side of the young master before, but she knew he treated her kindly. Elder brother C responded, I was careless. Consider this beginner's alchemy manual a gift from me to apologize to you. This surprised Lin Chuhan, who then reached out to accept it and thanked him. Thank you, young master. This book is exactly what I need. The saintess, also annoyed, said, This young master has already scared me. Elder brother C ignored her and said, Tonight the moonlight is quite nice, which left the saintess so angry she was speechless. 3 days later, in front of the main hall, if that nobleman has no intentions, we will not bother anymore. Later, we still have to welcome the head of the Lam family and say a few kind words on our behalf. The master of the Lam family said, No, from now on, the Lam family wants to form a good relationship with you. I will definitely remember this. Lin Chuhan thought to herself that the young master was cold to others, but on the other hand, it also helped maintain the dignity of the Lam family. She recalled the expression of the late eldest brother and then thought about the attitude of the young master towards those who opposed him. So Lin Tian must be, as the young master said, no longer Lin Tian. Otherwise, how could such a big incident have happened while the young master still showed such tolerance towards the Lam family? Poor little Tio Thien. Inside the prison, Lin Tian's body lay motionless. Then suddenly his arm began to move continuously. He sat up, and the guard outside screamed in horror. Ah, the corpse is alive. Immediately, he ran to report to Lin Chuhan. Young Miss Lam, Lin Tian, he shouted loudly. Lin Chuhan shouted back angrily, What kind of nonsense is this? Step back. Inside the prison, Lin Tian slightly moved his hand, thinking that his body was still intact. It seemed he had survived a near-death experience. Next, he just needed to pretend to have amnesia to fool those people. That shouldn't be difficult. As for the family named Ko, this debt, I, the prince, will gradually settle with you. Suddenly, a group of people appeared before Lin Tian, making him stunned. They were Lin Chuhan and the late eldest brother. The expression on the late eldest brother's face was as if everything was exactly as he had understood before. Lin Tian began to act, saying, Sister, why are you here? I clearly remember I was studying in the library, so why? The late eldest brother thought to himself that this kid's acting was a bit exaggerated. Lin Tian then asked, Who is this man? I've never met him before. Lin Chuhan shouted, Enough! At this point, what are you still pretending for? Lin Tian's face was worried. Sister, what are you saying? Why don't I understand? What exactly happened? Why was I locked up in the dungeon? Lin Chuhan's face grew even darker, like the bottom of a pot, but Lin Tian stubbornly persisted. Sister, why? I am your younger brother, Lin Tian. Why don't you believe me? I still remember, when we were young, when you were scolded by the family head, you ran to suffer with me. There was never a time when Lin Chuhan didn't let Lin Tian continue explaining. She said, Shut up, which stunned Lin Tian. Lin Chuhan cried as she spoke, Don't call me sister. Who exactly are you? Where have you hidden little Tian? In Lin Tian's mind, the word sister appeared, causing his head to ache like a hammer blow. He shouted, Ah, no, it's not me. In his mind, he thought, This obsession is deadly. Unexpectedly, it caused trouble right at this moment. Lin Chuhan called out to little Tian. Lin Tian's expression was solemn, his eyes bloodshot as he said, Lin Chuhan, I never thought I would harm you, but why are you siding with that schemer to harm me? No, sister, it's little Tian's fault. The evil spirit inside Lin Tian's body shouted, Shut up. A tiny obsession, don't think you can shake the sixth heavenly king. Lin Tian, truly screamed, Sister, Blood tears flowed from his eyes as he said, "Kill me." A notification appeared on the achievement bar. Lin Tian encountered the obsession of the original guardian, lost control of his body, lost 200 points of fortune value, and lost 1,000 points of the destiny value of the speed master. Currently, the fortune value is depleted. The kill as an example rule has been activated. Lin Chuhan painfully held his stomach and said to Xiao Tian, "Older brother Ko, reach out to comfort him and say I know you can't bring yourself to do it. You go outside first, I'll handle this villain." Lin Chuhan looked at Lin Tian one last time, then turned and ran out of the prison. Older brother Ko began to mobilize his oppressive aura, his eyes gradually reddening as he said, "Lin Chuhan and Lin Tian, truly flesh and blood with deep feelings. Do you know why she didn't let this body of yours rest in peace?" The ruthless soul shouted, You know I faked my death. Named Ko. Who exactly are you and what is your purpose?" Gu Change K replied calmly, "My purpose? Of course I have one. Haven't you always wanted to kill?" The oppressive aura radiating from Gu Change K said, "Why ask back?" The ruthless soul inside Lin Tian's body was terrified. He said, "Demon Mother Qi. Who exactly are you to have such methods?" Gu Changeka gently flew forward and pointed at Lin Tian's forehead, saying, "One dead person doesn't need to know so much." Immediately, Lin Tian's expression became unbearable. He screamed in pain and then collapsed to the ground. Gu Changeka said, "Ah, the ruthless soul of the Divine King's realm, the aura of a powerful expert is indeed not bad. It has strengthened my primordial spirit considerably. But this kind of demon technique is not easy. Before being absolutely sure, one must not reveal any trace." A notification appeared again on the toolbar stating that the Chi Luck seizure was successfully executed, activating the rule that the Chi Luck points have decreased and are being calculated. Congratulations to the master for obtaining the Heavenly Tao treasure chest gift. Luck increased by 100 points, and destiny value increased by 500 points. The treasure chest Chi seizure system notification added that the Chi Luck points exchanged for power have begun. The master's own Chi Luck can be converted into destiny value at a conversion rate of 1 to 10 per hour. Old Chang Ka thought, so that's how it is. Since ancient times, there has been a saying that Chi Luck burns fiercely across the heavens, used by the celestial beings to preserve life. This Chi Luck is exchanged for power, and by chance, it granted me an additional trump card. Then he reached out and pressed on the treasure chest Chi seizure had obtained. The treasure chest opened with a notification congratulating the master for acquiring the Chi Luck seizure X3. Congratulations to the master for obtaining one of the 3 world-destroying seeds. Congratulations to the master for acquiring the system's critical strike card. Congratulations to the master for the Chi Luck explosion. Old Chang Xie said, "The Chi Luck seizure card, the critical strike card, and the accounting system." The toolbar notification detailed that the Chi Luck seizure card can be activated to contest Chi Luck. There is a certain chance of failure, so it depends on the state of the Chi Luck seizure to decide. If the contest succeeds, the Chi Luck seizure's Chi Luck points will be reset to 0, and the master will gain Chi Luck points equivalent to the opponent's. The system's detailed accounting storm trigger card. When issuing rewards, the accounting system's randomly triggered storm reward can also be multiplied by tens or hundreds of times. Gu Change thought that the accounting storm trigger card could be used when killing Ye Chen. And as for the fate contest card, it could directly ignore the rules of fate and snatch fate points from the fate offspring. This is truly a rare and valuable item. The price in the trade city is 10,000 destiny value, which also means that when starting to snatch, at least 2,000 fate points must be secured to break even. This implies that the hidden setting in the fate system that the fate offspring owns, whom I will meet later, will not be too low. Haha, if I had gotten this information earlier, it probably wouldn't count as cheating, right? Gu Change clicked on a treasure chest note. The reward chest beyond the heavenly path activated on the toolbar, announcing congratulations to the host for obtaining the Destiny Light Ring. The Light Ring is currently undergoing transformation. Congratulations to the host for obtaining the Destiny Light Ring. The antagonist. Congratulations to the host for receiving the Divine King's Heart. The Destiny antagonist. If Destiny is set as antagonist, Handling the fate offspring will inadvertently reveal different fate, although meeting new fate offspring later will be much more convenient. If you directly confront the fate offspring, you will miss many opportunities of destiny value. Click on the heart. The Y ear is powerful. Later, you must consider carefully. This heart contains the Spirit King's realm, a devoted cultivator's heart of tens of thousands of years of cultivation from the Spirit King. Just merge it directly. Then he placed the heart straight on his chest and began to transform it. On the toolbar, notifications appeared. Heavenly Gift Village Immortal Demon Skill. Heavenly Fate 4000, Chi Luck 450. Shang City has activated the Curse-Breaking Talisman. Shang City has activated the Curse-Breaking Talisman. Divine Power Path, Heavenly Immortal Demon Body. Heavenly Gift Village Immortal Demon Skill. Heavenly Fate 2000. Chi Luck 450. Shang City has activated the Curse-Breaking Talisman. After Gu Change finished refining, he thought to himself that it only increased one level of the Heavenly Immortal Scripture, yet it consumed 3,000 Heavenly Fate value. His cultivation was just stable at the late stage of Fenghu. If he wanted to break through to the peak Fenghu realm, it would probably cost more than 5,000 Heavenly Fate value. These matters really cannot be delayed even for a moment. Gu Change walked out of the prison, thinking as he went about Bat Hoang Ma Can, which could conveniently resolve Ye Chen's issue. After all, he no longer had any value to exploit. Matters of the upper realm must also be prepared in advance. Lin Chuhan waited outside the prison, tears welling up saying, "Young master." Gu Change wiped away the tears and told Chuhan, "It's okay, Lin Tian's matter has been resolved. The remnant soul of the powerful warrior who occupied his body has also been eliminated, so let the younger brother and the young lady rest in peace soon." After all, being possessed by someone else didn't last too long. The soul might not have dissipated yet, so there might still be a chance for reincarnation. Lin Chuhan was both sorrowful and crying. Thank you, young master." Scene transition to Sunghui at Ancient City, the heavenly proud debating the Tao in Central Continent, about 3 days' journey away, inside a courtyard where several strange people were sitting. One of them said, "I didn't expect that the Ka Lao sanctuary would be wiped out like this. What is the background of that young noble from the upper realm?" Another person said, "It's hard to say. Our entire ancient divine mountain range has been hidden for many years. We don't understand those figures. No matter what background they have, as long as they provoke Brother Yi Chen, I will definitely make them pay." A beautiful young lady entered. The group of strange people stood up and said, "Miss Luli, rest assured, even if that person comes from the upper realm to our ancient divine mountain, he is nothing significant." The man with tiger wings responded, "That's right. He dared to offend Miss Luli. This matter will not end here." The man with sharp eyes holding a folding fan said, "Just one person from the upper realm, yet this Qingtian realm is not his place." How arrogant. That beauty asked Aunt Shu, "Have you received any news about Brother Yi Chen yet?" A woman appeared in the Tao path and said, "Miss, since the last time you sensed his spiritual energy moving in Central Continent, it has been quite a while. We haven't detected his presence." The beauty replied sadly, "Is that so? Then Ye Chen brother must have endured quite a lot of hardship during this time." Aunt Su replied, "Miss, surely the true ruler of the clamshell in Kuthian will sooner or later return to the upper realm, but I fear Ye Chen will find it difficult to even reach the spirit realm. I advise you," the beauty said softly but firmly, "I know you all underestimate Yi Chen brother, but I believe he will definitely ascend with a single step. He has already said, 'Don't mock a poor young man,'" Aunt Shu said helplessly. "That's not wrong, but with Ye Chen's abilities, even if he had 30,000 more years, what then? Some people are born with a destiny that places them at the endpoint, and he will never reach it." The beauty turned her head and denied, "Don't say any more, Aunt Shui. I have to go meet that so-called young master from the upper realm. If anything unpleasant happens, the old man beside him who is close to the spirit realm will trouble you to step in and deal with it." Aunt Sue sighed helplessly and said, "Miss, be careful. I will not let anyone harm you." In the room of the late elder brother Y, he was sitting examining a pill with a satisfied expression. As expected, Chuhan's talent is not bad. In just a few days there has been some success in alchemy. Chuhan bowed and thanked him, deeply grateful for the books the young master had given her. Suddenly, loud thunderclaps sounded in the sky, startling Lam Thu Ha and To Ching. The master of the Lam family and relatives stood at the door of the room, shouting, "Who are you to dare barge into the ancient Lam family?" The group of strange beings descended from the sky, laughing, "Ha ha ha, the small Lam family. We are people from the ancient divine mountain who have just arrived here to pay respects." The entire Lam family broke out in sweat and said, "Ancient divine mountain? We don't know why the ancient divine mountain has come to our Lam family." The beauty at the front said, "You go and tell the eldest brother that Miss Luli of Ye Chen wants him to come out and meet." The master of the Lam family said, "If you want to meet the late young master, please wait a moment. I will go and inform him." A strange being said to meet. The Lam family master said these words are a bit difficult. Do you know that offending Miss Luli of the Lam family in Thianthan realm will still have consequences? At the same time, a golden hand shone straight down from the sky, pointing directly at the strange being, making his face twist. This caused the group of strange beings behind to be terrified. All of them stepped back. The sky full of thunder disappeared, returning to clear. This shocked Miss Luli. The master of the Lam family said, shouting into the hall, "Young master, tell them to come in." On the hand of an old strange being appeared some remnants. The old strange being shouted, "Young master," the winged tiger said, "whether good or bad, we are all people of the ancient divine mountain." Yet he said, "Kill is kill." Another said, "A single palm just now already subtly felt the power of the Wind King realm." "So who exactly is this person?" Liu Li said, "Let's go inside." Not far away, Aunt Shu was silently observing, thinking as she entered the Lam family. She immediately sensed a strong, intense atmosphere, very clear and tightly sealed. Using a gentle breath to lock the heavenly realm cultivation level like mine, yet making it impossible for me to trace his location. I'm afraid the strength of the Lam family's ancestors has even reached the Divine King realm. The chaotic atmosphere of the Wind King realm just now must have come from that young person. Such strength, and even accompanied by a servant at the Divine King realm. Wait. If this young person is from that clan, then the young lady must not offend them under any circumstances. On the contrary, if we can take advantage of this opportunity to get closer to that young master, it would be perfect. Immediately, Aunt Shu appeared in front of Luli. Luli asked, "Aunt Shu, what's wrong?" Aunt Shu replied, "Young lady, this is urgent. I think this might be a misunderstanding." Not far away, Elder Ming was also silently watching him, wondering what he meant just now. It seemed that this woman was conveying goodwill to me. Inside the house, Elder Ko was thinking about the younger sister of Ye Chen, with her ancient bloodline, a prodigy descending to the mortal realm, and deep feelings. Haha, this move is both familiar and bloodthirsty. Tathan asked the young master, "Do you intend to kill them?" Elder Ko replied, "Do I look like someone who kills recklessly?" Then, he stood up and said, "Let's go with the two of them. If they are eager to become close, then we must also take the initiative a bit, right?" All three of them stepped out into the courtyard. The entire Lam family moved aside respectfully and greeted, "Greetings, sir." Gu Changyi Ca walked up in front of the group of strange snow creatures, thinking to himself that this was truly the demeanor that a young person of the supreme heavenly realm should have. Lu Li said, "You are indeed young Master Ko. Ko Truong, I ask again, are you the cousin of Ye Chen?" Above Lu Li's head appeared a luck index of 800, causing Gu Changka to think, this Ye Chen fellow, aside from other matters, his fortune is not bad at all. Yet this girl has a luck cost of 800. Aunt Shu stood up and respectfully clasped her hands. "Greetings, young Master Ko. This is Miss Ye Lu Li from our family. I am responsible for protecting the honored guest, the elder of the young lady here in the lower realm. Just now, the young lady inadvertently offended young Master Ko. Please forgive her, and do not take it to heart." This made Ye Lu Li dissatisfied. "Aunt Shu, you are speaking a bit too much." Aunt Shu turned back and said, "Miss, perhaps this is a misunderstanding. In fact, It would be better to take this opportunity to explain. Otherwise, if the Great Flood rises to the Dragon King Temple, it will be disastrous. Gu Changa gently replied, Senor, you are too polite. Then he asked, Please state the purpose of your visit here. Aunt Sue said, First, I dare to ask a bit. Young Master Ko, you come from the Longevity Ko family. How is it that behind our young lady is the ancient immortal Clan Deep family? To be honest, our two families have known each other for a long time. One strange creature said, The Longevity Ko family? How come they have arrived? Please speak. Another replied, The ancient immortal clan cannot offend the longevity aristocratic family, so we also dare not offend them. The ancient epic replied, It turned out to be the ancient immortal clan. No wonder Miss Diep was not afraid at all and even fought all the way to the door while still young. Indeed, the father had many dealings with the head of the Diep family. It seems the senior already knew I belonged to the ancient clan. Aunt Shu was fearful inside, thinking, Father, could he be the sole heir of the ancient family's longevity? If so, then the future of this young master. The group of strange people behind shouted, unexpectedly, He is the young master of the ancient family. The old man frowned and replied, If so, then the young master of the ancient family died in vain, didn't he? All the strange people behind kowtowed and said, That's right. Just now we spoke improperly. We ask everyone to be tolerant and forgiving. We had no eyes to see that Taishan was being insulted. Please forgive us, sir. This made Ye Lu Li stunned. Why was it like that? Aunt Shu beside her kept advising the young lady that this was completely a misunderstanding, and she should still apologize to the young master of the ancient family. What status does the young master of the ancient family have, that he would care about a small person like Yi Chen? This made Ye Lu Li angry, and said, Aunt Shu, what do you know? No need to say more, I cannot apologize to him. He is the one who caused Brother Tran to hide and sneak around, becoming a laughingstock in the world. In his heart, Gu Chengge Xie thought, This girl is quite deep with Ye Chen. Under such pressure she did not submit, but after all, she is still a simple-hearted girl. Thoi Wai, cunning, thinks that the feelings between the person and Ye Chen are not very good. So, I will start acting from this point and gradually swallow you up. Elder Gu Change advanced and said, So what is your purpose for coming here today? If you don't let Ko Mao explain a word, even as a descendant of the ancient immortal clan. At the same time, the pressure emanating from Gu Change said, I will kill without mercy. Aunt Shu immediately defended Ye Lu Li, saying, Young Master Ko, please calm down about today's matter. Indeed, our young lady was disrespectful. We hope the young master will show mercy. The pressure subsided. Gu Change inquired, No response? Elder Ming appeared in the passageway and said, Yes, young Master Ko. Gu Change coldly said, Kill one every 12 breaths. If anyone resists, annihilate them all. The group of monsters kept shouting loudly, Master, spare us, Master. Then they turned to Liu Li, saying, Young lady, please save us quickly. We don't want to die. Our family's fate lies entirely in your hands, young lady. This made Ye Lu Li angrily shout, You are despicable and shameless. Aunt Shu kept addressing the young lady. Suddenly, a chair was placed on the ground with a clatter. Gu Chang was attended by two beauties. Su Chang served tea, saying, Young master, here is your tea. Aunt Zhu remained by her side, persistently advising the young lady. Why don't you understand, young lady? With young Master Ko's status, if you want to kill Ye Chen, no matter how powerful Ye Chen is, he would find it hard to escape. This is definitely a misunderstanding. You are the princess of the ancient immortal clan, and young Master Ko is the young master of the eternal life sect. If you just bow your head a little, young Master Ko won't make things difficult for you. Yi Liu Li still wore a jealous expression, as if he could never be a good person. Gu Changeka, with a cold expression, replied that the 12 breaths were over. At that moment, Elder Ming raised his hand. A beam of purple light shot straight into the heart of the last monster, killing him instantly as he collapsed to the ground. Ye Lu Li was stunned. The group of monsters hurriedly grabbed Ye Lu Li's legs, pleading, Young lady, save our lives, we don't want to die. Another said, We came because of the young lady. You can't just ignore us. The one holding Ye Lu Li's leg said clearly, "If the young lady's attitude was a little better, she could have saved us from death. So why doesn't the young lady agree? Are our lives worth less than a word from her?" "That's right, young lady. Is the young lady so heartless as to ignore us for the sake of Ye Chen Kaka?" After speaking, he pointed to the monster who had just died. This made Ye Lu Li feel uneasy, and she shouted, "Enough already." Regarding today's matter, Lu Li had been disrespectful. Then she clasped her hands and said to Gu Change, "Please forgive me, young master." At the same time, Gu Chang's Ka placed a cup of tea into the saintess's hand, and waved to Elder Ming to signal him to step back. Gu Changka said, "No need to apologize. After all, I am not a bad person. This small matter is of course not held against you." Aunt Shu exhaled and said, "All right, young lady, the misunderstanding today is finally cleared up. I told you the young master wouldn't make things difficult for us." This made the two surviving monsters secretly rejoice and bow their heads in gratitude, saying, "Thank you, great sir, for sparing our lives. Thank you for your mercy." Gu Changge said, "No need to thank me. After all, the one who let you live is young lady Lu Li. If you want to say thank you, then thank her." Ye Lu Li thought angrily about this guy, and said to young master, "Today Lu Li actually has something to ask, and conveniently wants to seek justice back." Gu Change naturally replied, "Oh, seeking justice? I, Mo, have never bullied Miss Deep before." Ye Lu Li said this matter is related to Ye Chen Caca. Gu Change asked again, "Ye Chen? I, Mo, don't remember ever doing anything to him." Miss Diep must be mistaken. He opened his red-rimmed eyes and said, "Or maybe Miss Diep feels that I did something to him. Killing an ant is nothing to me." This made Ye Lu Li confused, thinking logically that if Gu Change wanted to kill Ye Chen, it wouldn't be difficult. So how did Ye Chen Kaka survive after offending him? Could it be that Tran Caca really did something wrong? Or is it, as rumored, because of this woman? She looked towards the saintess Ye Lu Li, thinking of Su Qingga's graceful figure. It was reasonable that a man would do crazy things for her, but Ye Lu Li quickly denied it, saying, "No, no way. Tran Caca is always honest and content. He wouldn't do such a thing." Gu Change silently felt pleased in his mind. "Haha, I didn't kill Yi Chen because he is still useful. The reason inside is probably something you all can't figure out no matter how hard you think." Ye Lu Li said coldly, "If young master didn't kill Tran Caca, then why destroy Kalau Sanctuary related to Caca? So why destroy Kalau Sanctuary related to Kake?" Elder brother Ko spoke gently and calmly, saying it was ridiculous. "Could it be that Miss Diep came today to blame me for killing an ant? Do I really have to explain myself to you?" Ko glared angrily. Making Ye Lu Li stunned, she quickly said, "I didn't mean that." She thought that elder brother Ko was not wrong given his status. For him, the Holy Land elder brother was just like killing an ant. If it was just killing an ant, what reason would there be? At the same time, if he wanted to kill Brother Tran could not have come back to life. Coming here today, to show that I was unreasonable. On the toolbar notification, Ye Lu Li has been moved by Ye Chen. Ye Chen's aura points decreased by 100. The destiny value of the Speed Lord increased by 500 points. Co-elder brother was satisfied, thinking that finally this thorn had been planted. Next, things would be much simpler. Co-elder brother stood up and said, "If there is nothing else, you all may leave now." Ye Lu Li said coldly, "Aunt Shu, let's go." Aunt Shu still tried hard, saying, "Young Master Ko, among young people, you can socialize more. After all, you are people from the upper realm. Meeting in the lower realm is already fate." Co-elder brother shook his head and said, "No need. I am not interested in that girl." This made the saintess very happy. However, it made Ye Lu Li, who was walking away, stop and turn back to scold the Ko family. "What do you mean?" On the toolbar notification, the character is Gu Changge, a disciple of the Heavenly Immortal Palace with a true lineage, belonging to the Light Destiny faction. His physical constitution is Bloodline Demon Heart and Dao Bone cultivation at the Fanghu late stage. His divine power and magic follow the Heavenly Immortal canon at the 8th level. Shallow Demon Transformation, Heavenly Gift, celestial immortal thought, heavenly gift honor, heavenly demon skill value, destiny points 2000, chi luck 450. System: Shang City, Open Warehouse, Break Abyss Talisman 1-3, World Destruction Seed X2, Chi Luck Contest Card X3, System Settlement Critical Hit Card X1. Gu Changyi looked at the stats board and thought that now that Ye Lu Li has descended the mountain by the usual route, she will definitely try to find an opportunity to meet with Ye Chen. The secret realm is about to open. As long as Ye Chen is not foolish, he will surely take the initiative to appear and embrace the big leg, which is Ye Lu Li. Based on the previous methods left behind, one can clearly sense the exact location where he appeared at the moment of departure. A map appeared in the mind, with a prominent red dot in the center of Heavenly City. Gu Changyi thought, Ye Chen, don't disappoint me. At the foot of a huge mountain, two people were standing. One said, it seems the records of the remnants are correct. Indeed, the entrance to the ancient secret realm of Tianwen is here. Ye Chen, wearing a black robe, said, now the secret key to the ancient secret realm of Tiangian is in my hands. Even though the mechanisms inside the secret realm are complex, I can easily reach the core area. As long as I inherit the supreme heavenly origin will in the secret realm, I will definitely find Gu Change to wash away the humiliation, and also that despicable man Su Qing. Master looked at Ye Chen helplessly, thinking, in the end, I have to go down that path. Ye Chen said to Master, Master, you said Gu Change took the old monkey down to the lower realm and easily wiped out the Ca Lao sanctuary. Could it be that his goal is also to open the ancient heavenly origin secret realm? Master coldly replied, what you say is probably not wrong. Except for this secret realm, there is nothing in the lower realm that would catch his attention. Ye Chen said with a wild gleam in his eyes. Once the ancient heavenly origin secret realm opens, he will definitely rush here first. However, the secret realm still has many limitations. His old monkey absolutely cannot enter it in his peak state. At the same time, after I obtain the inheritance in the core area, I will wait for him to arrive, and then use the secret key to control the mechanism of the formation under this purge. Master said, so, do I have hope for revenge now? This made the beauty beside him stare blankly. Huh, she said, that sounds quite perfect, but how do you know if Gu Change has a map or other means to enter the core area of the secret realm? Ye Chen replied, is that so? It seems Master's words make sense. He thought bitterly, what other means could there be? Why does Master trust Gu Change so much, and feel that my method is flawed? Since the time I obtained Gu Change's elixir, Master has. The beauty is right, Ye Chen. There is something you must pay attention to. The power behind your cousin is extremely enormous. Before you reach the Void God realm, it is best not to have any dealings with them. Ye Chen said disdainfully, I appreciate your good intentions, Master, but I will handle my own matters and my cousin Lu Lai does not need your supervision. A thought appeared in his mind. Good intentions, huh? Are you afraid that Lu Lai and I will join forces to deal with Gu Change? Master, when the day comes that I kill Gu Change with my own hands, I wonder what stance you will take. Ye Chen said, let's go. Then he disappeared. A pillar of light appeared in the night, attracting everyone's attention. The spirit beings and those flying on swords said, a secret realm has opened. This breath seems to have been left by someone claiming to be a supreme expert. Others said, never mind the great cycle assembly or whatever it is. This opportunity must not be missed. It is said that this expert used his life to seal an unparalleled fierce demon. I wonder what it will be in this context. As a few people entered, they discovered someone saying, my cultivation has been suppressed. A huge super large boat stopped in front of the secret realm. Elder Ming said, young master, it seems that the Thian VNC secret realm restricts the cultivation of cultivators from the great power realm and below. In the mind of the elder brother, thinking about the inheritance of the Supreme Strong One standard, it just so happens to limit the cultivation level moderately, which seems exactly as we predicted. This ancient mysterious realm is the experience copy for Ye Chen. If the guess is not wrong, then Ye Chen's cultivation level, although not yet reaching the great power realm, is already quite decent. When the time is ripe, The final harvest must be carried out. Elder brother Ko said, "Let's go." Those below looked up and said, "Look, that's the ancient Lin family." Another person also replied, "That young man is a great figure." Everyone stepped back around and said quickly, "Move aside. Don't collide with that great figure." Elder brother Ko said, "Suppress your cultivation well, let's go inside." Inside the secret realm was a patch of lush grassland, birds singing, butterflies fluttering, cranes drinking water. Yi Chen was dissecting the belly of a beast when someone called out, "Brother Tran." He turned his head back happily and said, "Lu Li, you finally arrived." He looked at Ye Lu Li running towards him and thought, it's only been 3 years since we last met, yet this girl Lu Li has grown up almost like brother to Than. Aunt Sue shouted from behind, "Close your damn eyes, you servant of the next generation. Are you able to look at the little horn of the young lady like a tiny cricket?" Ye Chen said disdainfully, 30 years in Ha Dong, 30 years in Ha Te. The words of the seniors seem a bit outdated now. Aunt Shu said, "Relying on you, an insect never seen before, the 9 heavens true dragon is only suitable for a prodigy like young master to befit our young lady." Yi Luli softly scolded Aunt Shu. "What nonsense are you talking about?" Aunt Shu respectfully said that our young lady spoke sincerely. If it weren't for this young man, why would Master Ko have such an attitude towards the young lady between the two of them? "Ye Luli," interrupted Aunt Shu, telling her not to let the child hear that hateful name. The incident surprised Ye Chen. Could it be that between you and Master Ko? Ye Luli also did not hold back and cut him off. "What are you thinking?" Ye Chen grabbed Ye Luli's hands and said, "Is that so? Why do you say he is hateful? What exactly happened, sister? What is really going on?" Ye Luli pulled her hands away and said, "Nothing. It's just that Master Ko is the young master of the first old eternal school from the upper realm, with a family background stronger than Brother Tran. If you have to deal with him, you should be more careful." Hearing this, Ye Chen laughed wildly and said, "Don't worry. What is the eternal school? No one can do anything to me." The master was also thinking inside the magical treasure. So Master Ko is the young master of the eternal school. A figure with such a background challenging Ye Chen in front of so many people had no reason to spare his life. Could it be that he did it to lure me in? Inside the secret realm, a group of people from Master Ko's side appeared. One of them exclaimed, "This immortal wood is lush and full of spiritual energy. This is truly a place blessed by creation in this region. The old Min said early on that he taught you not to be deceived by the outward appearance of things. It seems you all just brushed it off as the wind passing by. Use your spiritual awareness to sense that in this fully equipped situation, there is demonic energy mixed inside the mechanism. Hidden traps inside cannot be anticipated. This trip is very important for the young master, so be a little more careful, there can be no mistakes." After hearing this, Brother Ko responded, "It's okay, I have my own way to find a safe path." Brother Ko looked at the red thread dangling in the air and thought that the seal on the pill was still intact. The secret realm had only recently opened. He probably acted quickly, but he could only manage to probe to the edge of the core area. Ye Chen, be my treasure hunting mouse. You have to do your best.